the Lottoriddles Institute of Health Research. Come on in. We got a big one today, really big one. And I have to issue a trigger warning. This one can be heavy to hear, so get ready. We're about to get rid of this thing. It's about that time. We are talking about cancer. It's time to get rid of this deadly scam, this attack on humanity. This is the big one. And in order to learn how to rid ourselves of this, we need to unlearn some things and relearn some things. You know, there's people in high places who've been getting away with this for a long time, and we're about to put an end to it. Okay, jumping right into it. There are various forms of cancer. I've done breast cancer at the time of recording this. I've already done that one. And so there are many things that can cause cancer. But for this episode, we're going to talk about the general one, which is usually abnormal cell growth. So with this one, again, the remedy to this may not cure many other forms, but this cures a lot of forms. This is the main one. When someone mentions we need a cure for cancer, this is the one they're talking about. So we're going general, we're going abnormal cell growth. And so I did say trigger warning. So I'm just warning y'all, this one can be a little heavy to hear. There's two main problems I see with this thing. And the two are bugs and metals. Bugs and metals. So just like how I explained with my breast cancer theory, and again, all of this is theoretical. I must throw that out there. One of them is the bugs, which get caught inside of the skin, usually bug parasites. Usually they're corpse. They can't get through the skin and they stay stuck under the skin. So there could be a bug in the infected area that you will need to remove. That it's not on the x-rays. This stuff don't show up on x-rays. So when they say go outside and touch grass, that's exactly what you do not want to do. Grass can be cancerous in very many ways. All right, so you want to stay away from bugs altogether. I grew up in the American South, and I'm so glad I'm not there anymore because it's a bug haven. Bugs are the plague of this world, and in my opinion, they are created. They create customers. So you want to limit any exposure to bugs. I'll go deeper into that because we want to get to the main one. And that is your metals, especially like anything magnetic. Usually with cancer. Think this is cancer right here. So a cell, if you think of your cells have electricity inside of them. Cells have electricity. That's natural. So think of a cell. Think of like a circle. It has electricity inside them. Cancer occurs when something is siphoning that electricity. So what around the cell is stopping the electricity or is hindering it, is causing it to act abnormal? Usually when there are metals inside of the bodies, especially magnets, if there's some form of a magnetic things are one of the biggest causes of cancer. So if you have cancer in a specific area, usually there's something in that area There's something around the cell that's causing the electricity to act weird or siphon. That's what it is. It's the electricity in the cell being bothered or hindered by something. Something's conducting it. So if you have something around the cell that's grabbing the electricity, then it causes the cell to grow abnormally, because the cell needs its own electricity. It doesn't need something else siphoning the electricity from it. So what's going to happen is you're going to have irregular cell growth. That leads to death. All right. I would suggest getting an MRI and having the MRI locate wherever that metal is. Wherever that magnet is in that body, it needs to be located and removed so that the cell can keep its own electricity and start growing back normally. So this is can be the grounds for lawsuits, because there's a lot of, say, metals in the foods, metals in the vaccines. There's so many ways metals can get in your body, and it's basically yanking the electricity from your cell. It's electricity hijack. You see what I'm saying? Take the electricity from the cell, conduct it or whatever, siphon it, and with the cell not having its own electricity, not to overstate it, it starts growing abnormally, and that can be death. So cancerous cells don't have any electricity in them. You get it? Get an MRI, detect that metal, detect that magnet, whatever it is, and get it removed. So normally what they do is just use chemo to kill off the cancerous cells, which is just cells that lack electricity, when they should be digging inside of the body to remove the metal, the magnet, whatever is causing the electricity to be stolen. Me, I don't even use metal spoons and forks anymore. The least amount of metal you deal with in life, the better. Metal is cancerous. Limit your metal usage. Anything dealing with metal, you want to limit. It is very cancerous. All it's going to do is hijack, steal the electricity that's naturally within you. That's cancer. The theft of natural electricity produced by humans, usually by a form of a magnet, causes cancer. I have theoretically cured many things, and when I show it to you, you're going to see a repeat theme. 2 of them is bugs and metals. Those are the repeat thing over and over and over. I'm going to keep bringing those up. So when you get that MRI and say there is no metal in the body, then it could be a bug, because the bug won't show up, which means just like with breast cancer, you're going to have to go in manually and look for the bug corpse. So either with cancer, you're either digging for metal or you're digging for bugs, plain and simple. And again, the bugs don't show up on the x-rays. Dig in, get it out. Dig in, get it out. You'll know what the culprit is. It's either a form of metal or a bug. Stop forcing your children to go outside and play. The environment, the outside area, is intentionally designed to create customers. Many things about nature are not natural. Yes, there's a lot of healthy things to outdoor activities, but the devil is always at work. These greedy corporations are always at work. So where there is good, they make sure to stick their hand in and try to create customers. You want to stay as far away from, well, at least in this day and age, this bug haven we in, you want to stay away from bugs and stay away from metals. Those are the two things you want to. Now take a look at your life and see in every area of your life, where are bugs and where are metals? I just mentioned how I stopped using metal utensils when I eat. You need to keep, that's a healthy practice. You need to keep that up because it's killing people. Touching grass, you hear that on the internet a lot. Touching grass has to be a psyop phrase. You do not want to touch grass. No, 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 no. A lot of this nature stuff, I believe, is a psyop. Stop laying in the grass. Stop hugging trees. Stop gardening without the appropriate tire. I know you want to get your feet in the dirt and feel Mother Earth. No, you have to wear the appropriate attire and cover up. Nature has been poisoned. It's there to get you sick. You see what I'm saying? I would move away from places where there are a lot of bugs. So ironically, they complain about the children in this era. They want to stay in the house all day. They don't want to go outside and do nothing. They don't want to go outside and get their vitamin D. They're actually doing something more healthy for themselves. When you start unlearning, you're gonna realize a lot of the things you were taught were a lie. Well, how are they supposed to get their vitamin D? You take supplements until the source is no longer poisoned. That's what you do. If there's a war against you, you do without until you can do with. That vitamin C is not, there are other ways you can get it and avoid the attack on you, which is bugs. Now we have to go heavier because cancer has claimed too many lives to count. And this will be like my third trigger warning. All right. You need to limit your exposure to people, to crowds, especially in this day and age. Because one of the other contributing factors to cancer is radiation. Radiation definitely messes with the electricity inside the cells. So you don't want to be around too many people because guess what? Many people emit radiation. That's a very big one. Being around a lot of people can be cancerous in this era because there's a lot of people emitting radiation. How is that possible? How are people emitting radiation to cancerous levels? Well, a lot of people in today's world are not really people. You have a lot of humans, and then you have a lot of people who do not have consciences, who do not have souls. So a lot of these people are run off cybernetics. You have a lot of nanobite people that's a big industry secret. You can go to the store, you can go out and run errands, and about half the people you saw weren't actually human. They were cybernetic ran droid-like people. And so we have to know that. I'd be robbing you if I didn't tell you that, because they emit radiation and it's cancer causing. I didn't want to go that deep, But we're talking about cancer, one of the biggest killers in the world. When you want to cure something like this, then some heavy secrets have to be unearthed. All right. So you don't know who is human and you don't know who is not. So what do? You limit your exposure to people so you won't become radioactive. That's just until we get out of this demonic ran era that we in, because the world will be soon cleansed. But like, you don't know who's human. Don't go acting weird now, come on. But like, you don't know who is who. Basically, people look human. They look just like us. Don't trip too much over it. Just be aware. That's all I'm trying to do, is spread awareness. You don't have to make a scene, act natural. But yeah, that's a current problem we have. And then not just money, you can see why certain secrets are hidden from us, why certain cures are never found, because that can open up the rabbit hole. Android people are cancerous. They are radioactive. So that can be heavy to hear, especially knowing you know, a lot of them you can't tell the difference, but that's a secret you need to know, because it's about to be exposed anyway. In the coming years, they're going to have to let that secret out. So it's best that you go ahead and get comfortable and adapt to it, so it won't shock you and send you into psychosis like it will for some people in the future. You want to go ahead and get comfortable with that truth. All right. We're going to need like classifications, human type 2. They should put it on like your ID or something. So now let me stop playing. Let's recap my theoretical cure for cancer. And this is your general cancer, abnormal cell growth types. Stay away from bugs. Bugs. You get an MRI. If they can't find anything magnetic, it's a bug. That means you have to go in manually and remove the bug, just like my breast cancer awareness theory. If you see metal, that means it's a magnet, or it's it's a metal magnet. They do the same thing. That means something siphoning the electricity inside of the cell, causing it to grow abnormally. It needs to be removed. You need to be digging in and taking out. All right. Metals, that's the main one. Metals. Get the metals so that your electricity can stay inside of its cells. Nothing tethering it or siphoning it. And you want to limit your exposure to people. A lot of people are radioactive, and that affects you. You don't want to become radioactive and it causes cancer. That's just the times we live in, and we are headed out of these times. But for the time being, that's what you got to do. All right. Visit me at the LottoriddlesInstitute.com. There is more to come. Come back and see me. More to cure.